Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah. How hard was this going to be? She thought for herself. All she had to do was locate the tome and then get the hell out of there. She had been through so many other tombs. It was like she felt no fear most of the time. This was different. There were stories about this book, this old tome that she was recovering. Tales that could freeze one's blood in their veins. Okay. Destroyed. Instead. Well, the book in question was the Necronomicon, better known in archaeology field as the Book of the Dead. Its pages were written in the oldest human texts known to exist. Things like this don't deserve to be covered daring thought to herself. They deserve to be destroyed instead. There were 100 thoughts running through her mind right now. She had heard about the multiverse theory from a colleague of hers years ago. He also had the insane thought that the pyramids had been used as landing pads for alien spacecraft. Daniel Jackson! SG-1. Possible crossover fanfic idea I might do. Okay. How hard was this going to be? She thought to herself. All she had to do was locate the tome and then get the hell out of there. She had been through so many other tombs, it was like she felt no fear most of the time. This was different. There were stories about this book. This old tome she was recovering. Tales that could freeze one's blood in their veins. The book in question was the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or better known as in the archaeology field as the Book of the Dead. Its pages were written in the oldest human text known to exist. The ink was said to be that of blood. It contained bizarre funeral rites and runic incantations to summon spirits from beyond the veil. Things like this don't deserve to be recovered, Daring thought to herself. They deserve to be destroyed instead. A book like that, if it fell into the wrong hands, could lead to a lot of problems. Daring turned around to tell her oldest daughter, Lightning Dust, to stop falling behind. She used that double time it tone that she had become well known for. Both of her daughters were a bit too brash and reckless at times, but she still loved them. It was easy, she thought, get the book and make it out of this forest alive. But the forest and the secrets it kept had other plans. And to think it all started with a single event. Daring had unknowingly unleashed an ancient curse on her family. It wouldn't rest until it sought to corrupt her daughters. It had taken her oldest lightning dust with her. She had taken her oldest lightning dust with her on an expedition to the Everfree Forest in search of an ancient temple. All they found was a log cabin in the woods and a book of unspeakable horrors. Daring had opened the book and looked through it, all the while trying not to recite the passages contained within. Her daughter, Lightning, wasn't as careful and got herself possessed by a spirit that required 5 more souls to consume before it could attempt to unleash an apocalyptic hell on Earth. The shaman that acted as their guide was part of a local tribe that told stories of the ancient evil that had slept for thousands of years beneath the ground of this haunted place. Daring had never believed in them before. That wasn't so she and the others with the shaman priestess were forced to bind her daughter to a post in the basement of this accursed cabin. Lying on a wooden table next to the door to the upstairs was a shotgun. It had been bought as part of the cleansing. Brought. It's supposed to be brought. I'll fix it later. It had been brought as part of the cleansing. It seemed outrageous seeing that Daring had never used anything more than a service revolver and nothing so large or with so much kick to it. She could only stare as Lightning was tied to the post, listening to this thing trying to trick her now. "Mom?" Lightning seemed to speak freely. "I want to go home." Daring saw right through its attempt at deceiving her. "I'm sorry, Daring," Sophie pleaded as she forced herself to raise the shotgun with the priestess prepared the prior in front of them. As she watched her firstborn daughter get set on fire for being possessed, Lightning dust hissed at her, "You'll burn in hell along with her." But she tuned it out while she aimed and pulled the trigger. They took the book and bound it in a way so that no one would be able to open it again, much see the contents. They wrapped it in clothing and bound it with barbed wire. She felt a horrible pain as she realized she has to tell her husband Blitz and her youngest daughter Rainbow Dash that her older sis wasn't coming home. She decided to tell them a half-truth and that Lightning was killed in an accident, while she barely made it out alive. She hated lying to Rainbow and felt like a piece of her died each time she did. She wanted to tell her right then and there what really happened. Sooner or later, Daring would have to tell the entire story. That would be sooner rather than expected. She wasn't ready for it by the next day. Okay. That was chapter 1 of my fan fiction, Equestria Girls versus the Evil Dead, chapter 1, The Awakening. I might do another video like that soon. I might might get into doing editing videos and uploading them. Who knows? It's something different than the animation videos I make. Okay. I think that's good for right now. I might do the next chapter tomorrow or the next day. So, thanks for watching.